Good afternoon, YouTubers, it's Smoking Kippers, and I've managed to get out, and well, it's been an exciting week at home. Had our first little baby Emily, and she was born last Sunday, just gone 10 o'clock in the morning. Lovely little girl, she's absolutely gorgeous. And it's been a tough week with no sleep. I needed to get out. The missus said, yep, no problem at all, go on, you go off. Just leave me to our screaming child, you... Anyway, so here I am. I'm on a new permission. I'm very excited. This came from another farmer. And this is what it's all about, guys. If you build up a good relationship with one farmer, they will get you permissions. And that's what happens when you show them your finds, and if you've got anything of value, you split it with them, and you know, you just keep them sweet. I took this guy a few bottles of beer, and then he would invite me in for a few bottles of beer and meet the family and show him the finds, and he was just excited. There was stuff on his land. And then one day he turned around to me and said, do you know so-and-so at so-and-so? And I said, no, I haven't got a clue. Why? He said, well, I've spoken to him and he is more than happy that when the crops are in, you can go onto his land. And hey presto, we've got, I think it's nearly 600 acres. He's had a couple of guys on here before, but he kicked them off because they never showed him anything. And there you go, that just shows you, you just be nice, you keep them sweet, keep them interested, they will then look after you, and that is what it's all about. So I'm out today. Literally, the guy, what a lovely guy, what a lovely guy this is. He's actually said, come on in the car, I'm going to take you around, I'll show you the fields, I'll show you where these guys were really interested before, I'll show you where a few bits have come out, I'll show you where the water is, I'll show you where the prime spots. He's taken me around this field. We've been out for an hour having a right old laugh in his car. He seems like a really genuinely nice guy. And he said, you know, if you want to crack on today, go for it. So I'm here, and I'm out doing these stubbly bits because this is, I mean, it's like the surface of the moon out there. It's very roughly ploughed. I might have a little go on there, but I normally find after about half an hour my ankles are killing me. I'm getting old, guys, getting old, what can I say? But yeah, really excited to be out on a new permission. As you guys, I'm sure you feel the same, because you just, you know, it's all about the anticipation. And you just never know what you're going to find. These guys that have been on these fields before, apparently they stuck to one field the whole time, so they must have found something there and gone back over and over and over again to find more of whatever it was. So hopefully they've left loads of goodies in the other 599 acres, and we'll find them, you know. So there you go. It's a lovely day. It's a little bit overcast, but it's warm. It's had some rain, so the ground is soft. He's cut his stubble right back so it's detectable, and the ground is lovely and soft. Look at that. It's just, yes, it's going to be great. So hopefully fingers crossed, and fingers crossed we'll be able to come back to you with some good finds. So stay tuned, see you soon, bye. Hello again. So just from where that tractor is there at the top by the barn, you can probably just see the fire in the background. I've walked down the right hand side of that field, I've walked along the bottom of there. I found 3 pieces of scrap, nothing at all. I mean, there's lots of activity, there's lots of iron, which is always a good sign. So I came round the side of here, I've walked down here, found absolutely nothing, got to here. I've just dug this hole, and literally right in that corner down there, so very faint, no numbers at all, very faint signal, but a medium tone signal. I'm using Gary's hot program today just because I like to, when I start on a new permission or a new field, I like to know what's going on. So I use Gary's because it's got zero discrimination and it's full tones, so it tells you what's going on in the field. And we are going to have a look at this together. Now, I've dug that out, and it looks to me, hopefully it's not a lead button. I don't think it is. I think it's a lead token. Just going to pop that out of there, and there's the imprint. You can just see that, and there, pop that back in there, and we have got ourselves our first find of our new permission. Don't think there's any markings on it, but it's a classic lead token. There might be something on there. I'll go give that a clean up with the toothbrush back at home. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It's not a coin, but it looks like either a token or a gaming piece, something like that. And that's got some age to it, which bodes really well. And we've not been going long, and we've got another 599 acres to go at. So yeah, stick with it. I'll stick with it. Hopefully I won't get stung, because there's lots of wasps, loads of the little buggers. But yeah, there we go, first decent find. Obviously I'll do a round up in a bit when I stop and have a break, but there you go. That's a nice little lead token for you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello again. So got another target here. You can't hear because obviously I've got my headphones on. You might be able to hear that squeaking away through my headphones. I might take my headphones off so you guys can have a listen. But this is a very unusual signal. It's no numbers. It's a 00, then it's no numbers, and then I get the very occasional mid-70s, and then I get an occasional 90. And there you go, it's coming up 77 again. So I have a feeling I know what this is. It's now saying 78, 76, 90. I'm going to put my money on a shotgun cartridge, but I'm going to dig this and then I'll come back to you. See you in a sec. Okay, so I've popped the control box back on so you can have a listen. It's out of the hole now. It's now showing a steady mid-70s with an occasional 00, an occasional 92. Not quite sure now what this is, but it's definitely out the hole. It's giving a nice tone actually. Let's have a look, let's see what it is. We'll push this one out together. Right in here, bear with me. I have to try and remember that you can't see what I can, and to keep this in frame, that's what it is. It's another bit, yeah, that's what it is right there. It's another bit of lead, but lead is always good. That's don't know, no idea. Maybe that was a pop mend or something, but I doubt it. I don't know. I don't think it's the right shape, although it could be. But anyway, so it wasn't what we expected. At least it wasn't a shotgun cartridge. More lead. I like lead. So, from down there, not very deep, probably about 4 inches, clonking signal. Thought it was another bit of lead. It is another bit of lead, but it is the spindle whorl. And I like spindle whorls. I haven't had one for ages actually. I used to find quite a few of them. At one point I think found about 4 or 5 in a couple of sessions, including a really nice starburst design one. But if you don't know what these were used for, I'll explain. They've got a hole in them and they're lead, so they're obviously quite weighty. And what they would be used for is they would be slid onto, I think it's called a bobbin. So when people were weaving or making thread in the field, they would use that as like a stabilizer, so that would spin round and that would add weight to the bottom of the bobbin, and that would give you a nice even controlled spin. Sorry, bobbin, they were used on spindles, obviously it's a spindle whorl, what am I thinking? So yeah, there you go, that was used in the field to make threads, wool, yarn, stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably 17th century, could be a bit earlier because there's no design on it, it's quite a plain one. I mean these were used, I mean God, I mean ever since sheep existed. So yeah, even the Romans used these for spinning. So yeah, that's got a bit of age to it as well. It's beautiful, it's hot, I mean it's really hot now. I'm getting bitten by all sorts of things that are flying around here, but I don't care. It's just really nice to be out and about. Yeah, it's lovely here, it's very, very quiet. All I can hear is the birds and a tractor. There's no cars, there's no planes, I can't see any pylons. It's lovely. Wow, what a great permission. Hopefully this is going to throw up some nice finds. I've kind of worked my way along the edge of this field now. I'm going to pop into here. We're just going to work our way into the corner of this permission, then work our way back and have a bite to eat and a drink because it's warm. I mean, it's not hot, but it's nice and warm. And yeah, see you in a bit, bye. Well, there was definitely some weaving going on in this field because, I mean, literally just around there I think was the spindle whorl. Not very far at all, in fact I think you can probably just see just about there. And then just here, just found a thimble, end of a thimble. So, not a very old one, it's not handmade unfortunately. But still, a thimble is a thimble is a thimble. Yeah, so there you go. Definitely some evidence of people working these fields. Hopefully it's a coin next. See you soon. Bye. Hello again. I love it when a plan comes together. So I'm still in the corner of this field. I've had the thimble right on that corner of that plough bit. Then there you can just probably see that dark splotch. It's where the spindle whorl was. Come over here, I was going to go through there, but first I was going to just spend a little bit of time in this corner here, and I'm really glad I did, because I think I've just found, I don't know if you can see that, let me pop this down, oh, my knees. I think I've got myself, I've got myself a little hammy. Oh, a little hammered. What is that? Shield. Don't know if you can see that. I know this camera doesn't focus very well. Got a feeling that's a Lizzie. I don't know though. There's a one. Go away, wasp! Wasp landed on me. Sorry, I should be trying to see. I think there's a. Not sure. I think it's an Elizabeth. I'm going to have a little clean of it and I'll come back to you. One sec. Bye. So I know you can't see this, but it definitely says Carolus on that leading edge just in front of where my thumb is now. So it's a Charles the First, and I believe that is a penny, as there's a little one there. So yeah, I'm really chuffed. I'm so chuffed. I hammered off my permission and I don't even know what time it is. Hang on. It is, oh, I think it's 3 o'clock, so I've only been here, I've been detecting for about an hour and I've managed to winkle out a hammered already. Oh, I'm so pleased. I cannot tell you. What a result. A little Charles, it definitely says Carol. So yeah, Charles the First. King Charles the First hammered penny. On to the next one. See you soon. Bye. So I've been walking along the edge of this field here, and now I found this little bit of rolled, so I thought I'd have a go, and I've literally just been on it about 10 seconds. Just started there, walked along here, and got myself my first button of my new permission. Oh, il bottone. So there you go. On to the next one. Hopefully not a button, hopefully another hammer or a coin or something nice. See you soon, bye. Hello again, 'tis I, Smoking Kippers, and well, interesting, or not interesting, but apparently this is the field that these guys who used to come here before he kicked them off because they never showed him anything, yeah, apparently this is the field that they always used to come to, and they spent like 99% of their time here apparently. He said it was really odd, they would just come to this field. So I've been in this field here, and I've probably spent an hour in here, and either they have literally done this to complete and utter death, or I didn't have my machine switched on, because I could not find a single diggable target, which is unheard of. Literally unheard of. I've never walked a field before so much and never had a single signal. I know the stubble's high, but in places it's pretty low, and you can get within you can get within an inch of the top of the ground. So I'm not losing that much depth. I'm using a pretty good program that gives you a reasonable amount of depth. Nothing. I don't even know what time it is, but I guarantee you I've been in there for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Been backwards and forwards, high spots, low spots, edges of this ditch, edges of this bit, round the top there, absolutely nothing. It didn't even use my spade once. That is bizarre. No junk, no trash, nothing. A few bits of iron, but other than that, barren. So I'm going to have a go in here. If I don't find much within, I don't know, an hour, I'm not going to write it off, because obviously it would be better once it's been ploughed and rolled. But I'm going to go back to the areas where I found the thimble and the hammered and the whirl and the other few bits and pieces that I did find, and then probably spend another hour in there and then call it a day. So hopefully I'll find something in here. If not, I will come back to you soon. Bye. Hello again. So yeah, I had absolutely no joy in that second field. I think I found one button and I just had enough. The stubble was a little bit too long there, my shoulder was killing me. I thought, right, I'm going to head back to the car, and there's a field on the way back to the car. It's not as rough as the others, it's been kind of flattened a bit, and yeah, I just found this little horse pendant, I believe that is. So that would have gone into a bridle or something, or a horse, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's a brooch or anything. I'll get it checked out on the forum later, but yeah, that's interesting little sort of boss style pendant, or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's for a bit of horse tack. But anyways, there you go. I'm going to do a little bit around here before I go. Probably got about half an hour, and then I'm going to shoot off, so I'll see you in a bit. Thanks, bye. A buckle, fairly modern. Missing the pin from down there into my pouch. Bye. Hello YouTubers, it's Smoking Kippers back at HQ with Mrs. Smoking Kippers and Smoking Kippers Jr. And well, yeah, And it was a good day. The weather was nice and warm. It didn't rain. New permission, met nice new farmer. Loads of land to go out. Unfortunately, quite stubbly in areas. There was a few areas I could do where it was low stubble. Didn't produce a huge amount. Found a huge amount of scrap, which actually bodes well because there's quite a lot of stuff in there that hasn't been found already. The farmer told me that these guys had been on and had been over a couple of fields which they kept going back to all the time. I didn't find much in those fields, but in the other fields I found quite a few nice finds and a load of scraps. Hopefully there's more nice finds to come out, and there's a lot of land to go at, so that's what we'll be doing, hopefully going back in a couple of days. I don't normally show all the scrap, but I really don't have a lot else to show you really, so got just the usual obligatory shotgun caps, quite a few of those, but I'm not surprised because he does allow people to pay for shooting on his farm. He actually pointed out the areas to me where they are more likely to stand, so I think I avoided most of those areas, and I only came back with about a dozen caps, which isn't too bad. Quite a few bits of old paint tins and stuff. It's just been hit by the plough and turned into can slaw. A few old bits of lead and some bottle tops. The obligatory iron ring that always falls a Deus. Nothing you can do about those, you've got to dig them. They come in good 97s or 96s. But yeah, so there you go, that was all the scrap. Not a lot really to write home about other than it's scrap. And then on to the better bits. That is the horse brass or horse pendant, whatever you want to call it. Pretty sure, having looked at the mounts on the back, that is quite industrial. You wouldn't want that sort of hooked into your dress or something, so I'm pretty sure that is from a horse or a bit of leather. And then there's that buckle I found, the thimble that I showed you. Don't think I showed you that. That's a little bit of crotal bell. Couldn't find the other bit of the crotal bell. Don't think I showed you that either. Believe that's just a bit of furniture fitting or something. And then I found, I don't know why do we find these triangular bits of metal, sharp metal? They're always cut into perfect little triangles. If anyone can explain that to me, that would be great. Spindle whorl, like that's going in the spindle whorl collection. 2 buttons, two buttons, that's it. That just shows you how few finds I've found today. Normally sort of minimum of about 20, but there you go, it was only 2. Not sure what this is. I think it's a core of a coin, either a contemporary forgery or maybe something a bit older, but I think that is the core to a coin, not sure on that. There's the lead token I found. That was the first decent find of the day. I think that was in the video right at the start. And then this is cleaned up nicely. I'll put some photos up for you so you can see the detail. It's definitely a Charles I penny. I've had a look at it in Spink. Unfortunately it's not the one with the plume, which is, well, it's not really, it doesn't really matter the monetary value, but obviously it's nice to be able to, the hobby, pay for itself and buy a bit more kit and whatever, and pay for some more petrol to get to permissions and whatnot. But yeah, unfortunately it wasn't. It's just a Bogo standard Charles I penny, but even so, I think it's, yeah, sorry, let me get it the right way up for you. Goes like that. Maybe a bit of light would help as well. Spin you round. Sorry about the terrible camera work. Don't think you can see that very well. But yeah, I'll put some clearer photos up for you so you can see that. So yeah, one little hammer, not bad, wasn't there too long considering I couldn't really get onto a lot of the ground because it was either too roughly ploughed or the stubble was miles too long. But yeah, we'll be going back there. Farmer reckons that he's going to have those fields flattened out in the next week or so. So yeah, hopefully going to go back anyway in a couple of days just to try and do a little bit more, hopefully find less of that, hopefully find more than that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and if you didn't like, I always say I don't care, and I'll see you soon, YouTubers. Bye!